Let's go on a journey together, back to your childhood. Can you recall a cherished memory of when you were playing? One where you were having fun, laughing, experiencing joy and wonder? When I was growing up, my older brother and sister were my first playmates. And when we weren't at home playing with our dog or outside hanging upside down on monkey bars, we were playing with games that my mom bought us, like Sorry, Bed Bugs, Hungry Hungry Hippos, just to name a few. I remember one day, my sister and I turned our Barbie dream house pool into an oasis for a frog we found in our backyard. And we would capture fireflies and store them in a glass jar. Even though I was born in one of the most dangerous cities in the country, I felt like my childhood was magical. And the spirit of play extended into my adulthood as well. As a child, I watched in wonder as my father would pick up and play instruments by ear. And he inspired me to create poems and stories and treat a stage as my playground. Now, for the past 20 years plus, I've been playing as a pediatric occupational therapist. I get paid as a medical professional to play with kids. Now, specifically children with disabilities and delays, things like autism and ADHD, to name them. And I use special techniques and exercises, activities, tools, and toys to help children become more independent and to improve upon their developmental skills. And my secret sauce is to give them just the right challenge while making them feel like we're just having fun. Now, play is considered to be something that you do for enjoyment, right? It's recreational. But it does have specific characteristics. It should be self-motivated, self-initiated, imaginative, structured with room for creativity, and also done with an alert state of mind. So, no dreaming. Now, when it comes to the instinctual aspects of play in mammals, it is really about practicing these immature behaviors that are needed later in adulthood. So this can include creativity, but it also is coping, survival, and social skills. Now, when babies are born, they have this ability to create these brain cell connections called synapses, and they happen abundantly. But if you take away that play-rich environment, those neurons can become lost. And we also know from research recently that play actually is where these synapses can happen much faster. And they create long-lasting effects in our prefrontal cortex. And that is where we have our cognition and our executive functioning skills. So this can include making plans, problem solving, and emotional regulation. Now here's the thing. We know all the benefits for play, but yet children are being pulled away from it constantly. And instead, they're being given these multiple addictive devices. And these can have negative effects not only on children, but on their parents as well. And this can include obesity, violence, problems with behavior, education, and sleep. A 2015 study showed that 1/3 of children felt unimportant because their parents were on their smart devices during mealtime and playtime. Not good, right? We have schools also, preschools, are pressuring children as young as 3 years old to produce work that is well above their age level. And yet they're simultaneously taking away their playtime where they're developing, or supposed to develop, those foundational skills to do those very tasks. And so as a result, we have kids who are growing up with difficulties regulating their emotions, and this is inhibiting their learning experience. They're lacking in progress because of it, and they're also affecting their relationships. And so they grow up to be adults with mental health concerns. So, if we know all this, why aren't schools listening? Why are adults not valuing play? Is it because we've lost our play instinct? Do we not value play in our lives anymore? Well, adults are known to think about play as something negative, immature, unimportant, meaningless activity. They think of it as the opposite of work. Yet, there are companies that are using play effectively to increase the morale of their personnel, innovative thinking, and also productivity. And this is a very smart move because play actually is beneficial to adults. It increases your cognitive function, your creativity is boosted, you relieve stress, you feel young and energetic, all these beautiful benefits from play. So, I want you to take my professional advice. Go play, right? If you like to move, take a dance class. If you like to plan events, host a theme party. If you're super competitive, join a contest. Find the preferred mode of play that sparks joy within you and share it with others. Now, earlier, you were given a chenille stem, also known as a pipe cleaner, and I'm wondering, what was your instinct? Did you fidget with it? Did you already start creating something? If not, it's totally okay. You could do that right now. I give you permission to play. And as I go, I want you to remember to go back to that place in your heart where you remember being a child that embraced playfulness. And I want you to let that bubble up inside you until you burst with happiness and make time for the magic of play. Thank you.